20 years old. HWF, House Wrestling Federation. That's my baby. March 1997, we got together, we started wrestling. But House Wrestling Federation actually dated back to the early 1990s. I'd say probably 91 or 92. With me, my brother Brian Balls, my brother Sean Big Sexy, and our oldest brother Scott. But we never got around to really standardizing it or solidifying it or grouping us. But in 1997, I was friends with Superstar Dean Dabrowski, the Dean, and he loved wrestling. And I kind of figured, you know what, let's start it back up. So in March 1997, we awarded Balls the World Championship because I think he was the world champion from the earlier House Wrestling Federation group with just the four brothers. But anyways, he was the world champion, and we battled back and forth. Mostly it was Balls and myself Soup, and Dean and myself Soup. Balls and Dean never really got together, or Big Sexy. But Big Sexy, he wrestled us brothers together. And we did that for about a year. In September of 1997, we formed the television championship between Dean and myself, and Dean won. He was the first ever HWF TV champion. By December 2000, September, in October of 1997 is when we went to TV. We had our first ever HWF TV match. It was recorded. It was a 45-minute match between Soup and Dean. And we were off and rolling. In December of 1997, we had our first big kind of card. It was Born to be Hardcore, where we introduced Balls to TV and Tombstone Noack. And it was great, And then from there we were off. Big Sexy debuted on TV at the First Violent Act in March of 1998, as well as The Bear. And, it was great. We rolled on. We had Jabbo debut in 1998, is when we started wrestling outside. And officially became a backyard wrestling federation. We strung up the ropes and we threw it together, and it was awesome. Me, Noack, Balls, Dean, Jabbo. We were backyard wrestling federation when it was the height of the Attitude Era in WWF, and we're having fun, kicking ass, dude. We rolled on to later 98 when Psycho Killer debuted at the second Violent Act, and he joined the group for about 2 years, and then he would later come back in 2014. 15 years after he had left in 1999. But it was just crazy, me and Dean went our separate ways, which was a real shame, because if you watch the tape, in September of 1998, we had Something Extreme 98, of course, and we were going to debut Mike Extreme back in 1998, 4 years prior to when he actually debuted in HWF, which was kind of a shame, because I love Mike Extreme. He's one of my favorite backyard wrestlers of all time, and, as my buddy, I wish I would have became friends with him long before, and I don't know why Dean kept us separate. He went on to start his own wrestling federation, EHW, and what was it, LSWA or something like that. I don't know. Mike can comment on this video later. But they wrestled for about 2 years before, I could have been wrestling with Mike Extreme and Spence Dog and Rage and all those guys. But as I continue, we rolled into 1999, no diamonds needed, as we, to quote the video. And we had some killer matches. I mean, some just extreme matches. And in 1999 debuted Extreme Superstar Doug Seltzer, as well as Crazy. And 99 was a fun year. Like, we had a lot of great matches in 99. Some great events. Third Violent Act, Beach Party 99, Restricted Area 99. Some amazing matches between Balls and Soup. Some really killer matches. We had a great brother versus brother feud back then. It's such a shame because 99 was such a killer year. We rolled into 2000 on fire. And we had Beach Party 2000. And then we stopped. And for some reason we stopped for a few months. And it was a shame because we didn't come back until September. Beach Party was in April. And we didn't come back until September. But when we came back in September, we had 2 events. We had Violence is Good 2000 and After Dark 2000. And that was it. Then we stopped. After 5 months or whatever of not wrestling, we had 2 events, September, October 2000, and then that's it. Then we stopped. But then 2001, 2001. 2001 was a bloody experience. The Violence. Beach Party 2001. Balls, Jabbo. Beach Party 2001. Suicide Kid ladder match. Bloody, brutal matches. Violence is Good 2001, Restricted Area 2001, Hardcore Dreams Part 1 and 2 2001. Incredible matches. Incredible events. We had the debut of Mike Livesey. The Extreme Icon Dave Seltzer, the Gimp, the Weed Man, the Goon. The list goes on. We rolled into 2002. That was when the Goon, was debuted. And when we hit 2002 is when we hit our stride. It was the invasion of EHW, Extreme Hardcore Wrestling, led by Mike Extreme and Spence Dog. And he recruited the Boxer and had Plow. And that was a great storyline. That produced some of the greatest matches in HWF history. It was unbelievable. And if you're still listening, go back and watch those matches. Summer of 2002. It was incredible. The 3-way dance with Suicide Kid, Soup, Mike Extreme. The 3-way dance with Soup, Suicide Kid, and Spence Dog. Mike Extreme and Spence Dog matches. The Balls Mike Extreme match from September to Remember 2002. It was incredible. The Ladder to Hell match from September to Remember 2002. Bloody, brutal. And then we stopped. And then that was it. And for some reason, to this day, nearly 15, 16, or 14 years later, I still don't remember why we stopped. We had that event. We were talking up the next event, which was supposed to be Restricted Area of 2002. And we just stopped. And we didn't wrestle again until 2006 when we got together and